Attacks from Afghans against their NATO trainers have finally forced allies to call off joint operations, at least for now, in what looks like a victory for the insurgents and a defeat for the president's Afghan strategy for the time being. National security correspondent Jennifer Griffin has the story from the Pentagon.
A female suicide bomber allegedly motivated by the anti-Islam YouTube video kills 12 today in Kabul. 3 insider attacks in 3 days. And last Friday, the most brazen attack on a U.S. base since the start of the war 11 years ago at the main Marine compound in southern Afghanistan. 15 Taliban attackers dressed in U.S. military uniforms breached the perimeter, torch 3 hangars, destroy 6 Harrier jets, and kill a Marine lieutenant colonel. The top U.S. commander in Afghanistan, General John Allen, ordered a halt to joint Afghan patrols, the kind where 2 to 3 Afghans are working with a team of U.S. mentors, raising questions about the president and Pentagon's exit strategy.
I don't think that these attacks indicate that the Taliban is stronger. I think what it indicates is that they're resorting to efforts that try to strike at our forces, try to create chaos, but do not in any way result in their regaining territory that has been lost.
Then it is going to have a minimal effect on our operations.
51 U.S. and NATO service members have been murdered since the start of the year by so-called Afghan partners trained by NATO, many in uniform. There's a great deal of frustration at the coalition level, according to this former British commander who now sits in Parliament.
I am fed up with watching our seriously good soldiers waste their lives, have their lives wasted by people who are meant to be our friends.
The White House is insisting that the move does not accelerate the timeline for withdrawal or the removal of most combat troops in 2014.
It doesn't affect the timeline. I think the issue here is partnering with our Afghan security forces.
I could certainly imagine the argument being made. In fact, I'm sure that within the Obama White House, some people will make that argument. This is just one more indicator that we don't have a viable working relationship here, and let's limit our exposure. Let's hope that the Afghans can hold it together.
The Pentagon describes today's move as a prudent response to recent events. Commanders can still carry out large-scale joint operations with the Afghans on a case-by-case basis, Brett.
Jennifer Griffin live at the Pentagon.